Hello everyone, welcome to a new series on my channel named Stealth School, which will also serve as my introduction to commentary. Stealth School is my way of teaching both players new to the series and veterans who want to challenge themselves advanced tactics and strategies for completing the various Metal Gear games. I'm starting with MGS3 because I know a lot of new fans as well as returning fans want to catch up on lore or revisit the series before the Phantom Pain releases. Using what you learn in Stealth School, you'll be able to fly through MGS3 as you make your way towards Ground Zeroes and eventually the Phantom Pain. So this guide is mainly going to be used on European Extreme and more specifically to achieve Foxhound rank, but many of the techniques can be used on any difficulty. I'm going to be splitting the guide into two different sections. The first section will be the easier, safer, but obviously slower way to get across a map or beat a boss, and the second way will include much more advanced techniques and strategies. Also, since cutscenes and codec calls affect final game time, I'm going to be skipping them all. Once you select a new game, make sure to either select MGS1 or MGS3. Picking MGS2 causes an extra cutscene and codec call, so if you pick MGS1 or 3, you should be fine.
This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
So here we are at the beginning of the game. Our mission now is to collect Snake's backpack, which he lost up on this tree up here. So just crawl on this log. And the tree is right in front of you. And what I like to do up here while Snake's stepping across this tree branch, wait till he lifts his left leg and then press triangle to get his backpack. If you wait till he has his left leg up instead of his right leg, he's already in the right position to accept the codec call. If you wait till his other leg is up, then he has to turn around, and that adds like an extra second or so. It's not too important, but that's something I like to do in each run. Make sure you're skipping all the codec calls and cutscenes. And also, see how running up a hill makes Snake super slow compared to his regular run speed? Till we get the cardboard box, the main strategy to counter that is to just roll. It's pretty simple and it saves a lot of time. You're also going to be rolling to get to the next section as well. There's another hill right here, so just roll to your left, past this tree. There's a big hill right here leading to the swamp, so roll up that. And right here you want to go to your right. Just run across this crocodile, it's not going to do anything, and roll across the mud. And right when you're going to hit the mud again, just roll again. And then roll up this hill 3 times. We're almost to the next stage, so just roll when you get towards the end. This is where we're going to encounter our first enemies. So this is where the guide's going to split into 2 different methods. So for the first method, we're going to hold square until you get to this brown patch. See this brown patch right here? And just shoot your enemy in the head. And you can do the same thing for this enemy. Shoot him in the head. Roll in between these 2 tree trunks. You could shoot the last enemy right here. And just roll up this hill to the next section. So before I go on to this next section using the advanced strategies, there's this technique that's not explicitly shown in the game, but that is very useful, and a lot of speedrunners and just hardcore players or people who know a lot about in-game mechanics for MGS know about it, and it's the quick reload or the tactical reload. And what it does is, instead of having this really slow fire rate for the tranquilizer pistols, you can make it fire at a much faster rate. See, and it also helps out a lot because instead of having to wait for Snake's really slow reload animation, you can just bring back those 3 empty bullets that I have, see how it's instantly reloaded. So it really helps out a lot in various ways, and it's a technique that I use in a lot of different instances in this game as well as MGS1 and MGS2. Now on to the actual strategy. So using the quick reload, we're going to wait till we get to that same brown patch and then use it against these two enemies. Take them out. Then roll up this hill just like in the other strategy. And instead of tranquilizing this guy, we're just going to run into him, cause him to flinch, roll after we go through him, and then go up this hill. I'm going to be playing these clips back in slow motion so I can further break down what I did on the faster methods. And you want to shoot your first quick reload shot as you hit that same spot where we shot from last time, and your second one for the second enemy right around where that brown lion looking thing is on the ground. And for this, you're going to want to roll one step after you make him flinch. So right now, just keep in mind to roll like exactly one step after you make him flinch, and you should be okay. Now the strategy in this next section is really easy. It's pretty much what the game wants you to do. And that's shoot down this beehive right here. That's going to cause the bees to go crazy and attack this guy. And he's going to run across the bridge, and that's going to cause his comrades to run as well. And that clears every single enemy from this map. And remember to roll to the next section. There's a big hill here. And for this part, instead of using the beehives, which is a little slower than this strategy, what you want to do is shoot this guy, then roll into him, then begin auto-aim firing at these guys. They should both go down. Roll over their bodies, then shoot at this wall here, make that guy run across, and he's going to sit there talking on his radio to HQ. You can just sneak behind him and go on to the next section. So now for the slow-mo section of this area, just roll down this hill here, and then immediately hold square to lock onto this guy with your auto-aim. Fire at him once and roll into him. That knocks him out. Then start firing tactical reload shots at these two guys across the bridge. That's going to stun their movement. And if one of them should usually go down from those quick reload shots, but if they don't, just do what I did here and fire headshots at them. They're going to be looking around seeing what shot at them at first, so that's why the tactical reload shots at the beginning are very important. Roll over their bodies to avoid Snake doing that kind of high step that slows him down. Shoot at this wall. Wait 1 second for that guy to go behind that tree. And you don't have to stop here like I did. This is just to show you guys that he's not going to turn around or see or anything if you run behind him or hear you. So you can just run past that part where I stopped. This final section is the hardest one here. It's not too hard, but it's just the hardest one in the Virtuous mission. And after you skip this codec call, make sure you're holding square, or whatever the aim button is on Xbox. And that's going to make it so you're already pointing at this guy. Headshot him. Roll up this hill, and aim at this guy up here. And you want to like run across this fence here. So you get to this tree. Roll up this hill, and seek you see this guy. Now see these crates here, you're going to want to climb up them, and then roll. So you go over that wall, and there, you're at Sokolov's lab. So this is probably the hardest section for both, but we're going to start at the same. Roll up this hill, set your auto aim fire. You're going to shoot twice up at that guy that we shot at last time. That's on top of that staircase. He's going to get knocked out from those two shots. Then roll at this guy. And hurry over to this side and you're there. So for the last slow-mo breakdown, we're going to start the same. Headshot that guy. Avoid doing what I just did there. Roll up this hill, and when you roll up this hill, try to roll as close as you can to the tree on the left. That's going to make your auto aim lock on to that guy at the top of the staircase. If you roll too far right, Snake won't lock onto him. And don't roll up this hill. This is precise timing. If you roll up that hill, that guy on the left will see you. And just keep running towards that little crack in the wall. And you're going to have to roll into this guy pretty quick since he notices you. Again, make sure you're skipping all codec calls and cutscenes. Just roll over the bodies of the fallen Ocelot unit. And make your way back towards that bridge that we just crossed. Roll into the next section. And that's pretty much it for the Virtuous mission. You just need to patch yourself up and that's it. So you want to go into your survival viewer, go into the cure menu, R2 for surgery, and use these 4 things to cure the cuts. We have another cut, another cut, then we have a broken bone, so use the splint and the bandage for that, another cut, and the last broken bone. And that's it. You're done with this section. Make sure you save here. Alright, that's it for episode 1. I hope you guys are looking forward to the next section where we take on the actual Snake Eater mission. See you guys next time.